Hey, welcome to Random Park Garage. I'm here at Classic Auto Parts, picking up some parts. I'm gonna work on this 49. That was my grandfather's. It's just some simple stuff, but follow along. For freight. What do you think that is? It's gonna be a shame when I take this floor out and fix it. I don't think that looks factory, but Grandpa and my dad, really pristine, really high quality. I feel like this is jerry-rigged. Future Tilton's problem. Really janky thing over here. Maybe a touch of the tism. What are you doing? Probably the wrong decision. Y'all can tell me why. Because it looks like crap. Don't take anything off completely. Just take it off enough that it's always in your way and you're fighting it the whole time. It's a rare custom curved radiator. You guys do it? I rode the short bus. There's only a few chunks of metal. Put this back in, you gotta use an impact.
It's a Honda, it'll leak it.
So then you can scratch this out. I barely touched it. We're just gonna straight pipe this dude. You're jealous. Let's go, Daisy. River of gasoline flowing past you. It's another day since the wheel broke off. Your old win, a new burn barrel gets you excited. Craig Star Wars. No more duct tape. Okay, Daisy. This guy's a hack. Of course it's raining. He's gonna try to pick up chicks with this. Grandma would love this car. You wanna go with it? You never get to work on your own stuff. My son has turned the 4L60 into a 4L Slippy. $350 truck. Future Tilton problem. What are you doing? Can't be crawling through the holes in my bed. To the surprise of no one, I'm worked down the exact same spot. You just gotta blow it. Miss Pearl here. This is spicy. Poop. That's just poop. Like a feature, not a bug. It only hurts a lot. Do better. I like to say this is the most redneck thing I've ever done, but I'm a little spastic. I'm still distracted. Cat poop on my truck today. Does that sound like a plan to you? That just helps me foul the plug. There's a fly. I love this truck. We're gonna be getting this Cadillac running. Painting tree. I'm not always hacking. Runs to the front. Another day of not working on my stuff here at the O'Reilly like an idiot. So I just left Giant Classic and I'm driving on home. Let's get this stuff installed. You know how it is. Can't drive past a Harbor Freight without stopping there. Picked up some stuff I don't need but had to have. Snatch blocks come in handy. Filler gauge. I gotta do the points on this guy. Zip ties and whatnot. I had to stop at the Feldman's, check out the goats. Sleeper dude got me wanting some goats now. That's not helpful, Rocky. No wires. No connectors. No, you can't eat screws.
I'll eat my screws. Good boy, Rocky. Good boy.
Well, I don't need no high dollar stuff. Oh, I'd be pretty happy if it's only 2 gallons. I don't know what the mileage is. I got 6 gallons in it. Let's get in and get a Diet Mountain Dew. Just got back from Classic. Here's my haul. This guy here, I got from Jim Carter a while back. It's the seat cover. This is what it looks like on the correct side, the side that faces you. This is the inside. When did you see it together? Picked up this seat belt. I think it matches pretty well. I do wish it had the bow tie or GM or whatever. Retro belt. They only had one of these in stock, so I have to order online. Picked up some stuff for the gas tank. This awesome thing. Just a keychain. They gave me that for free. Here's new for the oil filter. New line set. These go into the block. And those go into the canister. I got a glove box. Really expensive piece of cardboard. I got pedals, access panel for the master cylinder. This thing, some of y'all older people will understand what it is, and younger kids, you make a guess at what this is for. It's a little piece of plastic. What do you think that is? Tell me down in the comments. Anyway, let's get some of this stuff installed. I'm probably going to start with the simple stuff. Let's do these pedals. This is what I was talking about with the master cylinders right down there. So this is really hard. Done. I have both of these, but this one's broke, so it's not really working. I always get confused which side. Okay, they gotta go that way. And part of me don't want to take that other one off. It's still working. They were cheap. It was like $3 or $5 or something. Look at my really nice for my foot. And your foot sits right in there. It's gonna be a shame when I take this floor out and fix it. I'm gonna lose my heel rest there. And I'm not taking this one off. This one's still supple. It's better than this one that always falling off on me. And a couple times on that clutch, my foot fell off and the truck started bucking on me. I haven't really ever looked at how this guy's held on, but I'm thinking it's a couple cotter pins. That's definitely what it is. I don't think that looks factory, but we'll go back. Then this one. I'll put this through here. I'll use my small hammer. Correct ways to bend these, but somehow it's been on there for years without it. It seems like an excess to have 40 feet long of your, use a little, you only need a little bit of this clothes hanger. We'll save the rest for later. I really think that's supposed to be a pin. I'm flying blind here. I can't see nothing. My favorite work ever is underneath a dash. It's the best. There we go. A pin wouldn't be as floppy as that, I think. It'd be a little more solid. But man, isn't that an improvement? That's all fancy, I don't know. It's starting to make that floor look not as pristine as it thought it was. Yeah, especially that over there, that vent hole, or that. Oh, trust me, we'll get to it. We also have to take all this wiring out eventually. For some reason, my hoarderness, I'm gonna save this guy. We'll save that guy. This is the pedal that my grandpa and my dad and my grandma and my uncle all touched. Makes it hard to get rid of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But we'll stick this clothes hanger through here and we'll save on that too. What's next? Kind of want to do that oil filter. Let's get working on that. I picked up this really pristine oil filter housing, whatever you want to call it. It's a bypass filter. I don't know if you know much about this. This has a 235 in it. But these motors did not come with oil filters from the factory. A lot of aftermarket and even AC Delco made filters that you attach on here. Now, my issue is generally it goes right here, but I have a horn there. But we can move some stuff around. Maybe we'll put it back here. I don't think it'll go there. It'll go in the shit. I have to move the horn. The horn's got some really high quality wiring here. I don't really want to mess with that because it's, you know, original. I think there's probably a fuse in here for it. Can't imagine it's not blown though. None of those look blown. For some reason my horn always worked, but it's been not working lately. Oh, it's working now. I don't think it was working because I think a couple of these wires are touching. Anyway, we'll fix this right, you know, electrical tape. And one of the beautiful things about these old trucks, you only need like 3 sockets. 1/2 inch, 9/16 and the 5/8 are about the standard. There might be a couple others. You usually get away with a nice pair of pliers on them. Some short going on here. Good job, Tilden. Man, it's just a hair off. I feel like this is jerry-rigged and my brain's telling me that don't look right. I don't know. You guys tell me if that's like the original. Wiring looks right. It just seems weird. Don't disconnect the battery. That would make too much sense, Tilden. Tip of the day. Always have like 4,000 of these so you can never find the one you just had, but you always can find another. I think I lost this one, well, it looks about 2 years ago based off of the way it looks. But I found it now. So like I said, I'm gonna do this the right thing and we're just gonna tape all this up. I have a brand new wiring harness for the hole underneath, but that's for another Tilden, you know, future Tilden's problem. I'm glad I'm using the really good tape. It's super sticky, not at all. I mean, from the factory, they just wrapped it, what looks like with paper, so I'm doing better than that. That might have been masking tape that my grandpa put on 40 years ago. But look at that, really not good. No, that's perfect. I must have worked on this earlier. I don't remember doing that one. I remember doing this really janky thing over here. That totally didn't get all that down there. And you gotta have patience to work on old vehicles. Maybe a touch of the tism. This is like detour. I wasn't planning on being a master electrician. Just kind of just wanting to slap that dude on and create a massive oil leak. Engine's been running great, so why not oil starve it? I think my grandpa must have jerry-rigged this dude. I think it's supposed to be just a 2-wire thing. This looks like it's off of a later car. I don't think this is right. I'll have to look up what a original horn looks like. It's probably some big monstrosity. So I was looking at I had like half a thought of putting the original harness, or the, not original, but the new harness I had a half a thought of putting it in here. But then I was looking at it and I couldn't find no 3-plug thing to figure out which one I was supposed to use. I was like, man, future Tilden problem. That guy, man, he's gonna be mad at me. That or it'll be one of my sons have to work on this junk. Best part of life is children. That's not even a joke. You know what's better than your own kids? Your grandkids. Man, I love mine. Little girl. I'm actually gonna take this guy back off because I ain't about to fiddle around trying to figure out how to get the hose on the bottom. Well, I got all that wired up. Let's go see if the horn works now. Let's see if it starts even. I might have killed it. Make sure it's in neutral. What are you doing? I gotta use this fancy pedal now. Bet it flooded it. I sure did. I don't know if you can see that, but smoke, black smoke. It's probably when I was messing with the pedal. It's probably not getting the best ground. Well, it should have a ground. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, we have this off. This is the new lines. One's longer than the other. I'm guessing the bottom one is the shorter than the top one. I don't know. But all the fittings look the same. Decided to leave these fittings because, hey, they've been in there, they ain't leaking. Probably the wrong decision. Y'all can tell me why. But I never can remember when you're supposed to put Teflon or not. I know an NPT fittings, but I'm not that good. I don't know which one's which half the time. And getting oil on my brand new stuff. Now, based off of this looks way longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the long one on the bottom. Some of you smarter people probably already said something, but those are different kinds of connections. I never can remember what's inverted flare, I think, and then whatever. I will have to take this guy out and put in that one. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's the same. Well, that took well, it's predictably too long, but I got this in, got that guy solid. It looks like it belongs there because it looks like crap. I'll have to figure out which passageways that these go to. I am kind of worried that I've got a gauge going on the one that's supposed to go in for the feed, and then the return would be the way it should feed. I think it would feed in through here and come, well, if there's a tube that comes up through the middle, and then it would go back down the bottom. Okay, so oil comes in, dirty oil, then you see this tube in the middle. Well, the oil is all around here. It gets sucked through the filter, and then how's that work? My brain's not working today. Somehow it gets into that tube.
What do you got there? Are you wearing the watch? Come on, come on. Come here.
Got something special for you guys. Longtime subscribers of this channel know what this truck is and know what it means to me. This is my grandfather's 1949 Chevy truck. It was off the road for 40 years. This whole channel is about getting cars like this and trucks like this back on the road. Cars that have stories and memories, and telling those stories and making those memories. So if you guys want to help me out, it's not just merch, it's supporting my channel and supporting the things that we do on this channel. American made, port and company. It's printed here in the United States at a local company. You guys can order this. There'll be details on the screen. This is going to be somewhat of a limited run. This is probably the last chance that you'll have to get a shirt exactly like this one. On the front, you have the channel logo. I did the design. This is actually based off a photo that's not far away, and more experts made it better than my initial scribbling. Shirts are available in everything from small to 3X. Also available are these hats. They have my channel logo, which is based off of a Kansas City icon. They're Richard 110 for their flex fit, because that's the kind of hat I wear. I've got both the large and the small side. If you want any of this, like I said, information in the description or on the screen, just get a hold of me. The next day, we got to do some other maintenance. That Honda needs a oil change. So, a little intermission. I mean, my Escalade might be leaking a little bit of oil. I don't know if you can tell. So, people who've been watching the channel for a while, this is my daughter's that I did some amazing body work on. You can check out older videos. As you can tell, I got all the body lines and gaps and all that. They're absolutely perfect. Look at that. Can't even tell I did anything. We're going to do an oil change. This needs like valve cover gaskets pretty badly. But it also needs motor mounts and me to drop all my sockets down in random spots. We already had to dig one out. You can tell that motor mount's gone. I do have a replacement. I actually have a full kit. I don't know if we're going to be getting to these ones this time. We're kind of half-ass it. I don't even know what that is. We're going to go ahead. I don't know what I don't know. But I'm thinking if I take this loose and this part out, that'll give me access to this. I'm going to have to remove this. Oh, cruise control. That's cruise control. Follow along and watch me not know what I'm doing. Now, don't take anything off completely. Just take it off enough that it's always in your way and you're fighting it the whole time. That's the right way to do it, I think. So you can see why this needed to be done. It's pretty bad. The whole engine kind of bucks. I honestly think all three, and maybe the trans mount, or if the trans mount might be included in that, I don't know. But this should go right back in. Looks like it doesn't have a provision for that, but I don't remember anything being clipped on that. I guess that, whatever that line is there. This is the ultra rare custom curved radiator and AC condenser. It's, you don't know about that kind of stuff like I do. Wah, wah. How you guys do it? The way this radiator, the way this sits, maybe why this is not parallel. That might be why that hood sits weird. I don't know. I did my best. I rode the short bus.
No, oh my god! Dude, is that not the biggest school bus you've ever seen? Like, bro, I didn't even know they made them that big.
That's
like,
a normal school bus.
What do you mean? Dude, that's a monster bus, bro.
That's a normal size school bus.
Dude, that's a monster bus. What are you talking about?
So you have a mount down here. I don't know if y'all can see. Well, it's right there. There's another one right here in the back.
We got whatever this is.
I'm not going to do those right now. I put the car in gear and kind of bucked it back and forth, and it didn't jump like crazy, so I think that they're fine. I do have them. I still don't know what this is for. If I had to guess, trans mount. It says motor mount. I'll look it up. He doesn't know how to take a oil fill or drain off, so I got to get under here. Oh, hey, I ain't gonna ever have this thing rust. That's a good thing, right? It's only got all the oil down here.
It's on there pretty good.
I think the shop did this because there's no way.
There's.
Oh, got it. I don't look that bad. It's still got a goldish tinge to it. It's not black. There's only a few chunks of metal. No, not really. He wanted me to point out his OSHA approved jack stand because placement is perfect.
Hey, that one.
He did it not once but twice.
That one's chilling too.
Good job. I think your name's Quentin.
Thank you. I was trying to get. Well, I'm just told to get it as far apart as possible. That's as far apart as possible.
You couldn't have moved to the part that was flat over here. Not.
It doesn't reach.
Let's not put it on the part that's like gonna slide up. Let's put it over here.
When the wheel goes boom, then it'll go flat.
Yeah. Is this on the oil pan? Yeah. Good job. When you got to put this back in, you got to use an impact, like on full send. Just full send. Okay. Just make sure that no one can ever get it back off. So we answered the question. It wasn't me that changed the oil last. It's shop, but they wrote something on it, and it's like service champ. Definitely not me. I think it's touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
No, maybe, I don't know. TGKC 10. I don't know what that means. This boy here, he's putting the hole in. Should take 5 quarts.
4.5, close enough. It's a Honda, it'll leak it. 0.5 out. So
We already saw the bottom.
yeah, I'm just gonna put the whole thing in then.
Yeah. Excess, we returned to nature.
Fossil fuels.
Y'all are the ones on the lookout. I can't see none of that.
We didn't know you was gonna take off down the way.
He said, "Is there anything?"
You
in
wanna
front
blame
of me?"
anybody?
I literally said, "Is there anything in front of me?"
Yeah, bro, went into the grass.
It's on you.
Hi, did you not see that stuff when you walked over there?
It's on you, bro.
It's on who?
It's on you.
Nah, I think it's on you, dude. I don't know about that one.
Okay. The Honda became a Ford Fusion. Ignore that one back there. It's just, yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, we're gonna do an oil change on this one too. That's life. I don't get to work on cool stuff. Gotta work on junk. I move this without flying it off the. Oh, that's a nice looking shirt. Go put your foot. I hate ramps. Stop! Stop! Stop doing that. I really don't like these motors. It says this EcoBoost.
There's like 1,000 different EcoBoosts.
Yeah, I think it's bad intake manifolds or whatever. No, head gaskets. Just a tip. Get yourself like a bronze or gold Sharpie, and then you can write on the bottom of them, you know, but you can write the wrong one because you put the wrong one in the wrong car, and so you have the wrong stuff. At least the date's right, so then you can scratch this out. Write 153. Hey, we're back to working on vehicles that I care about. So this has been devolving into a mess. I had an exhaust leak. You know, I go to tighten it, 9/16 immediately snaps off. Right here. It's awesome. I barely touched it. So then I decided we're just gonna straight pipe this dude. You don't want none of this smoke here. Yeah, that sounds like trash. But you're jealous. Let me get the exhaust back on. It sounds amazing. This boy's jealous. Yeah, his LS swapped. Monty ain't got nothing on my 6 in the row, ready to tow.
6 in a row, ready to tow, 8 to V, you probably sit down to pee.
Anyway, we're gonna get this exhaust. I gotta get that stud out, and then let's put it back together. So that stud broke off right there. So I'm gonna weld that nut on because I cannot get a vice grip to get a good purchase. I don't know why the camera keeps rotating like that, but whatever. Follow along. Watch me make a mistake. Okay. Got this helmet back. Hey, surprised you, but that thing's too pretty hot. Watch me break the bolt off higher than it was. Stud didn't move. So I need some more 9/16 nuts in order to weld on that. So let's we got a myriad of cars to take, you know, that are cool. So let's drive the crappiest one, the, you know, Honda. To go with us. So, you know, that'd be fun. And basically a two-seater. Come on. Let's go, Daisy. Daisy, come on. Gotta get in the back though. No. I'm not getting in the back. You're getting in the back.
No, out.
Daisy, come on.
Daisy.
There we go.
Up here.
Get in the back. Man, she tried to steal my spot again. Is that what kind of dog you is?
She's a little slow.
Don't be mean to Daisy. The Tractor Supply. When you're welding, you want to look over and have a river of gasoline flowing past you. It's the proper way to do it. Start siphoning out your tank because you know you want to clean it out, and don't pay attention at all, and then just let it start overflowing, and then don't see it until it's going past you as you got an arc going. It's a proper safety here, you know, OSHA approved. So I think we're gonna be shutting her down for the day because I can't do anything in a puddle of gas. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh. It's another day. Carson's over here playing merry-go-round, or what's that game where you do the seats and stuff? Ring Around the Rosie, or? Yeah, Ring Around the Rosie. No, that's not right. You play the music. Musical chairs with these C4 wheels on this S10. He's trying to fit these 275 monsters on the front and not having no luck, so he's going back to the 245s. I think these look good, but he kind of likes those 17s. What does Vivian want? Vivian like them? What are you doing? I took the 49 to local exhaust shop. They can get that bolt out better than me. I just wasn't having no luck with it, and it's cheap enough, like 20 bucks to have somebody else do it. I already done and wasted a shirt. Sometimes it's just cheaper to have somebody else do it, especially if it's just getting a stud out. He's done this merry-go-round here, and I think he's only ruined about a dozen of the lug nuts. We dragged these guys out. Old BMX red line from when they were little. Couple of Haros. I go to the park later and ride those. This is kind of what the S10 looks like with the wheels on. It sits lower than that when it's on the ground. I got this back from the muffler shop and I feel a little vindicated. He had to actually torch that dude out, and I don't have a torch. He tried welding nuts and he had the same luck I had, but he torched it and then drilled it out, and he put a new gasket on. Like I said, sometimes it's just worth paying somebody, because he spent an hour and a half and he had better tools than I mean, I had blown through some nuts getting it on. They just snapped off on me. But anyway, on to something else. I got a few parts for my trailer in that I'm gonna throw on real quick. This is my trailer. I mean, you should have seen it when I got it. I put new wood on it and a few other things. If you've been watching the channel for a while, my trailer it's doing a lot better. I've got a lot of fixes I've made to it since the wheel broke off way back when. But new wood, some tie downs. I fixed my lights better. Of course, they're probably going to move when I put those fenders on. Eventually I'm going to have fenders. But right now, this is my issue. This cable has broke so many times. It is really short. Barely gets to the end of the trailer. It's just kind of tied on there. So I've got a brand new one that I picked up for little or nothing. I unspooled this. I think it's just a set screw holding it in, so let me throw that on there real quick. There's two set screws. This one's already got the loop on it, so I should be able to put that hook right on here. Should be able to just tighten this down. This is going to be a game changer, because this has been a pain point. A lot of times I end up using a ratchet strap on the bottom of the car to get it up onto the trailer, and then have to reposition. The other thing is I picked up a snatch block from Harbor Freight, and with a longer cable I can get a bit more leverage, whatever you call that. I'm just going to spool this back up. This is be able to pop off real easy. Awesome. So as you can tell, a huge improvement, because the other one, well, when it's all stretched out, gets to about here. This one goes all the way to that 7.3 right there. I'm all the way back here. And if you use a snatch block, I can come up to a tie-off point up here and use that to pull it in. Get a double your pulling capacity. Where's your friend? Hey, where's your friend? Why is he way over there? I'm not a horse person, my wife is. I just have to take care of him occasionally. You know you're old when a new burn barrel gets you excited. I need to do something with that guy. It's seen a few better days. Get this bucket on. This easy latch stuff's nice. John Deere's been nice, but I couldn't tell you any difference. The only one I've ever owned. But I guess it's how it is. I became a Chevy guy because my first car was a Chevy. Where to dump this now. Different day, a different problem getting in the way of what I was wanting to work on. This is a 1984 Chevy Monte Carlo. This is my son's. It's on Krager Star Wires, awesome wheels. We did an LS swap in this. Quick little car. I got a brake line that is what I thought. I thought I had drilled through a brake line, but I got under there just now and was taking a look, and it actually looks like it's just rusted. I'll give you a look. When we were doing the LS swap, I had to put it in a cross member and move it back. So I had drilled some holes in the, well, it's not really the frame, but I thought I'd nicked the brake line, but it actually looks like it's rusted back there. Well, y'all can see that. But there's two lines. One's the fuel return and the other one's the brake line. I don't need the fuel return, but I do need the brake line. Trying to get this one retainer out, it's being a pain because that's probably where it rusted. And then I'll just cut I got a stick of line, I'll cut in and splice it in. Should be all good. No more duct tape on it. This is the line that came out of it. You don't want to really cut on a bend because you can't get flare nuts. So I went a little further this way and a little further that way. The line that I had, this was just in my toolbox. It's a little thinner line. So I'm going to go to O'Reilly's and get a new one. I need unions anyway. Of course, I'm taking my buddy, Daisy. I think I'm getting complained at and I'm not working on it. I bet I have a clogged fuel line. I haven't cheated. I'm gonna pull this line out, and if it's dribbling, look at that. right here. Barely dribbling. Let's fix that. See, if you're smart like me, keep a line right here. Or, I don't know if that's smart yet. We'll figure it out. It's what I do, I guess. Should say. Cool. Now, just give it a blow. I can feel it come loose there. You see, I don't know if you saw the chunks that came out. I definitely had some. Okay. Put that dude back on. That's why I don't even tighten that. Stick my hoses back in their storage. It's gonna suck when I actually patch all these holes and clean them up. But hopefully I have a good tank by then. Yeah, that should be all I needed. Daisy helped me pick out some stuff. So I got a 1/4-inch line and the Union. I already had 2 of the ferrules, and then this comes with 2 ferrules. Or whatever you want to call those. Nuts. It's a lot better than this 3/16 line. Of course we got it at the O'Reilly's. O'Reilly Auto Parts. You gotta get out and drive stuff, man. Look at that guy. Don't do it. Don't sign your life away. Okay, Daisy? That came out, I'm guessing somewhere, well, there's the pinhole right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We need to make this line that I just picked up from O'Reilly's look like this. Okay, so we're gonna bend it. Now, you're probably thinking, this guy's a hack and he's just gonna bend it by hand because he ain't got a tubing bender. I got a tubing bender, I promise you. I know exactly where it is up until the moment I need it. And then even though I've moved it out of the way a dozen times, and it's always there, it ain't there when I need it. So we're gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna bend this by hand. So this ain't no exact science. You just kind of line it up, and then where the bend is, just kind of bend it. Don't go bending it all at once. You're gonna crimp it. These are God-given. Okay, got that first one. Then we're gonna do it right there. Now, there is a trick of using like the box-end wrench, but this will get her done. That's close enough for what we're doing. I'll have to fit it up in there. It'll bend once I got it attached. So let's start flaring. You guys have seen a million YouTubers doing this, and I'm not the best one to show you, but you need one of these, or there's better ones. Well, it's another day here at Randall Park Garage, and of course it's raining. I ain't gonna melt, so I gotta bleed these brakes because this guy is jonesing to drive his car.
It's Valentine's Day.
And it's Valentine's Day because he ain't got a real woman. He's gonna try to pick up chicks with this 40-year-old vehicle. Your grandma would love this car. I've delegated laying on the wet ground to the boy because I don't feel like it, but he hasn't even figured out how to jack the car up. But y'all know the routine. Start on the farthest one from it, work your way up. Again, you guys have seen this done by people better than me 1,000 times. I do own one of these. I don't just use cardboard, but generally, you know, I need all the clearance I can get. While we're under here, we can marvel at my amazing plumbing job. This is for the LS. It's the pressure regulator and fuel filter. And I only had to have these short little lines to go to the back to the actual tank. This is the original tank, but I'm using a Holley pump that's got a sock on it, a Hydromat. I think it works without a baffle. AN6. And then I use the hard line to go to the front because it's big enough. And the return's all back here. I guess I've never done these on this because I don't recall, but you can't get to the bleeder. It's got a weird thing holding it, and then you can't get a socket down on there, and you can't get a wrench on it. I cracked this one loose over here at the line, and I put it there, and then that one I was able to get actually to the tube nut on the wheel cylinder. I don't know, good enough. While I'm here, the gas gauge doesn't work because it looks like the line broke. So I've got this here, needs to go to that. Okay, go ahead and turn the car on. That's a pump. What does the tank say?
Quarter tank.
Quarter tank. What's it say now? It's moving like up or down?
It says it's way past full.
Okay, yeah, that confirms I was the right wire. Let's go for a test drive to see if brakes work on this. I know to start, it's an LS. Come on, gas gauge. They're not horrible, but they're not great. It'll stop the car. That was intelligence there. Completely gun it when you don't know the brakes work. I say they're a little spongy. That gas gauge is getting low. So let's stop at the push room. Best thing is when you forget your wallet and you know it doesn't have enough gas, so your son has to bring your wallet and another car.
We're like 10 feet away.
Let's see if this gas gauge works. 16-gallon tank. I don't know how low it is. I'm guessing it's gonna need 16 gallons because it was below the E. That gauge ain't moving. I guess it wasn't that empty. 14 gallon. I just don't understand why the gauge ain't moving. Probably the ground. Hey, you wanna go with me? You wanna go with me? You wanna go with me? Okay, let's go. Get in the car. Get in the truck. Come on, Daisy. Here at the Price Chopper with Daisy. It's Valentine's Day, so I had to pick up a card for the wife. I hope she likes it. Hey, it's another day. And I'm finally gonna get to work. No, I'm gonna go over here and look at this guy. You never get to work on your own stuff. I think my son has turned the 4L60 into a 4L Slippy. But let's take a see if it has codes. Following, I got this motor and transmission for $350 inside of a cat eye. And it did its purpose, you know, donating motors and transmissions to better cars. So I haven't really finished the wiring on this yet. I can't expect a lot from a transmission that came in a $350 truck, but I really was hoping for it to last a little longer. But it puked transmission line, or puked fluid out through that, And I was worried that this looks a little kinked. So I'm wondering if it got hot, because these fittings were ungodly hot. I don't know. Let's look at the code. So I picked up one of these blue drivers a while back. It's not a little, for $100, it's not a bad reader. I'll show you guys. Okay, so open up blue driver. We're gonna connect. Gonna read codes. Check engine light. I expect a code for like mill lamp or whatever. No codes. It'd be weird if it's slipping like it was, but not enough to cause the transmission to throw a code. I would think that there would be it's usually like mismatch ratio or something like that. But no codes and no codes. That fluid sure looks like it's been cooked. Hey, the gas gauge is working. That's a plus. Anyway, I'll show you guys what it's doing. So you're going, this has got a 243 gear in the back, so it gets pretty fast before it would really call for a second gear. But as you can tell, it just keeps going. And I'm gonna let go. It'll change. Now watch when I go now. Oh, let me give it a little less gas. Like, you hear it, and then it downshifts down into first, and now it's just revving. So it's definitely shot, man. But with a 243, I'm going probably 60, 55. But there, it's just gone. Honestly, he probably could have saved it if he would have known what to do. He should have stopped driving it, but it might have already been shot. Fluid levels look good. I mean, it's black now, but it was clean fluid before. It'll need a rebuild for sure. Let's get to working on something else. And this future Tilden problem, future Carson problem, my son. We're gonna work on my 49. This guy we're gonna take to somebody to have him look at the transmission, and that'll probably be a future video where we actually pull it. Like I said, I'm gonna take that guy to a guy that does transmissions here probably in 30 minutes or so. So right now, what is Maisie doing back there? What are you doing? Can't be crawling through the holes in my bed. We got a few cats. Oh, speaking of which, that one's Minnie. And there's Maybelline. Hey, Maybelline. There's the one that was hiding under the bed. Maisie. There's a few. Hey, if you got a bunch of cars, it's good to have cats. They keep mice out of them. I'm looking for a short win. I'm probably gonna put this dude in. What do you call it? Glove box liner. Should be simple. I think I just take this clips out, slide it in, and put it back in. Like I said, I'm leaving in probably 15 minutes. Now these screws they've been in here forever, so you really probably should use like just a hand screwdriver, but I ain't got time for that, so I'm gonna use this, which only goes in at a slight angle, and hope I don't strip them. Oh, I'm lucky. Is it gonna hold out though? Awesome. Okay, well, I'm gonna knock the rest of these out. You don't need to watch all of that, I'm sure. I did have to switch to a smaller screwdriver for these guys because they are way up here. Even this one's not working. I would use my stubby screwdriver, but my son had it last, so it's absolutely not where it's supposed to be. I decided to cheat and just take the glove box door off. That way I can go back to using the electric one. So the trick is to come from the front, I think. And I only messed it up a lot. So, but let's get these back in and see what all I need to fix. Okay, I got that first screw started. And I'll just kind of work it around. Some of them don't quite line up, but good enough. Okay, so that took way too long, but everything's in here. It will be nice to actually have something to put my working on the vehicle tools in. I'm gonna get this door back on, and then we're gonna be good. Everything I'm gonna be working on, I'll just store in here until I get it, because that's where it's been, inside of the glove box. And then there we go. Oh, forget how hard that is. There we go. That's nice. Like I said, quality of life improvements. Now, let's get ahead and take my son's vehicle over to the guy, let him assess it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna need a rebuild. The walk of shame. He's got his 4L Slippy. Hey, to the surprise of no one, I'm broke down the exact same spot. Clogged fuel line. So let's get that fixed again. The guy with no transmission, he parked on the hill. You just gotta blow it. Okay. There you go. Plug the fuel line back in. And we're on our way again. Should start right up. Tail one out of this inline six. There we go. Smoked him. Well, I'm supposed to be the reliable car, and I did it again. So we're going to switch to my backup tank. I'll show you how backup tanks work. These are auxiliary. It's a really fancy way to do it. Give me a second to get this out. So what you got to do when your primary tank keeps clogging on you, you need to whip out, your secondary. Do this little motion here. This gets it staged to work. You stick a tube in it. Then you come around to your engine bay. Then you gotta switch out the bypass tube, or whatever it's called. It's the wrong one. This one. Pull that dude off. Put that dude on. Now, since I know this is gonna be dribbling a little, I like to put excess on here. I'm going to stick that one back in the cab, so when it goes in on my floor right by my feet. It's good. Anyway, this is the correct orientation. Save on that for later. Oh, you gotta make sure this is in the correct position. So you go forward, just dump some gas out, and you're on your way. What's that called, like the Israeli reload, or I don't remember. Quicker to pull out your second tank than it is to reload your first tank. Now, a secondary tank is pretty handy, but I'm not really a fan of it because, man, it makes the whole cab stink. Somebody should have thought about that at the factory. We got back from dropping off Carson's Monte Carlo. I actually get to work on my car, I think, today. It's getting annoying with the fuel tank, and having to run the auxiliary tank and all that. So I'm going to pull this and see if I can get the sender out to actually look inside the tank, because I've never actually looked inside the tank on this. So I was hoping it's not that bad. I know it doesn't leak. Let's get the seat out. It's just held in by 3 screws. I've had it out recently, so those shouldn't be that hard. So I've got those out. This should just pull out. That's what I'm talking about. I can take this guy out. Hopefully. I know this screw looks like it ain't gonna come out. Anyway, let me get these cleaned up and give it a good shot. Remember, this is a fuel tank, so you don't want to have a lot of sparks. So make sure you use your thing that makes fun. Get it done. I've been having some decent luck, so let me show you why I struggle on these last two. If you put a screwdriver in and you line it up on one that's slight, even though this one's slightly stripped, you hammer it. It won't do anything. So let's try it on another one. Working on old cars. Seriously, love working on them. So I think junk has built up in these threads. I'm not looking to do this, but I might have to take my cutoff wheel and make me a slot. But that's kind of dangerous because it is a tank. I don't have one of those fancy screwdrivers that hammers and that's probably the right answer. Let me get the grinder out and make sure I have a couple backup plans. Fire extinguishers. As you recall, I got a 5-gallon jug of gasoline in front of me, and I've got this tank full of gasoline, and I spilled some gas in here, so this should be a really good idea. Only slightly touch that wire. Let's see if I can get that out. I only hurt that wire a little, but it's not bad. But it out of the way, I won't be messing that one up. Who knows the last time it's out? Might have been in 49. I don't know what it takes to take the whole tank out. I'm looking not to do that if I don't have to. But I picked up these guys, so if I had to, plus I have got this guy if I have to. But I can break it here, just cut those and replace them. And then figure out how these straps attach. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at that. I don't even have a float no more. Well, this cinder is useless. That's kind of cool. It's got like a gear. The float must still be down in there. It's kind of light, so we can all see. Is that the float there? You guys can see better than me. Yeah, that's brass. I won't be able to get that out with magnet. Let me figure that one out. I'd like to take that out. There's no reason to be in there. And then I don't know, I've got a let me see if I can get a better way for you guys to see. Paid for this fancy thing. It's supposed to be able to suck it out, and I still ended up having to drink a glass full of gasoline because that's great. Love it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to drain out some of this gas. Of course, if you watched earlier videos, you saw me filling up the whole tank, so that's great. I gave up on the siphoning. I had my fill of gasoline daily infit for, I think I'm well past it. So anyway, we're gonna drain the tank from below. Well, it looks like I had a small leak there anyway. I have to address that. But, well, wait a minute. Smart person to take that guy off. I'll pretend to be one today. Look at that first try. 7/16. I'll get out of the way. See if chunks come out. Oh shoot. Got the drain out. It's only splashing all over me. There's definitely sediment down in there. I love having gas all on me. I don't really know how those tank straps attach. I don't see like I was thinking maybe a bolt come through on this side, but they probably latch in the back of it. That wind kicks up just enough to blow that my way. It's annoying. There's, I'll show you. It's all that coming out of this. There we go. Big chunks. Sometime today. I love smelling like gas. My wife really loves me smelling like gas. It's like her favorite, I think. It's almost like cologne. We're gonna let this drain. Daisy heard I was getting the hose out, so. And the kitties. There's Minnie. Minnie. What are you doing, Maisie? I don't know why my son has left these wheels here for days. Anyway, I'm gonna take out the hose. I'm gonna spray that out. Give it my good old college try there. Let's see how much water we can fill this up. I figure if I get it up high enough, I might be able to get that float out of there too. I know the right thing to do is to take these loose. I just feel like I'm gonna break it when I was trying to do it on the other side. And I don't have straps, but that does need to come out honestly eventually. Miss Pearl here is trying to bother me. I got some deer sausage that my son gave me. This is spicy. Spicy. Oh, there's the, there we go. Daisy and the fats. Her name's Ellie. She was chunky. Daisy, I don't got nothing for y'all. Right, Miss Pearl? Right, Spicy? Current me and future Tilden had a discussion, and he said some choice words if I went ahead and slapped that back together for the third time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the gas tank out. So I'm just gonna do that here in a moment. Technically it's not deer sausage, it's deer salami. It's got jalapenos and cheese in it. Pretty good. Spicy here is the queen. Right, Spicy? She got that name because she'll bite you. Well, I got them straps out. Savior of the day was this little stubby. I was able to get it started, and then I was able to get an actual socket wrench underneath, but I had to get it started with this. Let me disconnect those, pull the tank out. Should be pretty straightforward now. And future Tilden is kind of happy that current Tilden did this because, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. Took the wire off of here, straps out of the way, took those hoses off, and then that's out. So let's pull this guy out. It's simpler for two people. Oh, I might drive this down to get this washed out because this is pretty disgusting. That's still raccoon poop and stuff. But that's that. This thing fell down. I'm guessing that's welded. I don't know. Oh, what's this guy? That's a shell. Probably my uncle. I might drive down to the car wash and go ahead and wash this out too. So let's get that going here in a little bit. Let's do some archaeological excavation. Carlsbad, New Mexico. This has been in it for who knows how long? 40 years, because that's where this came from. Carlsbad Christian home. Not quite sure what that is. Looks like maybe a church envelope, a donation envelope. Oh, there's something mailed to my dad with his name spelled wrong. Eddie LaRue Harper, 2321 Violet Street, Carlsbad. Huh. Maybe that's part of that. Something church related to faith. Services begin nightly. This says Kansas City though. That's later. That's probably came from me. That's the other half of that guy. So Lakeview, here we go. Lakeview Christian Home of the Southwest. 1300 North Canal, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Kind of nifty. There's some man on there. I don't know who that is. That's just poop. Oh, Wheels. That's a YouTuber here. That's new. My wife tells me to wear gloves. She's right. This is absolutely disgusting. I'm just getting these chunks out because there's no reason spraying it out when I get to the car wash. This is like straight mud. I don't see anything else of interest, really. There's more poop over here. Pine cone, actually. Not poop. Okay, let's get going. I figured I had a hose here. I can at least get it started. I can still go to the car wash and do it more thorough, but I can get most of the mud out. People tell me I need to fix my cab corners, but you know, like, fix your cab corners, you can't have drainage. I mean, look at that. That's like a feature, not a bug. I don't know if you can see the prior repair over there. I'll give you a closer look here in a second. Yeah, did not do the greatest. When I got this, it had a white seat that was pretty bad. You guys saw I have that black seat in it now. I picked it up for next to nothing. It was a good deal. Okay, I need you to stay in here. Here's what I'm talking about. You can see where somebody's got worms coming through where they just slap a bunch of putty on it. That thing holds water pretty good. String clogged. Yeah. I would think it would come out that way and that way. I guess it wasn't the Friday shift when they welded that in. I'll save on that. Like I said, drainage. Well, that's probably good enough for here. Let's get to the car wash. There's the fun part. I'm in here like I'm about 8 years old trying to drive, but it only hurts a lot, you know, on my back. There's bars in my neck, so it'll be fine. I'll get there. Not a single one of you guys reminded me I had my Diet Mountain Dew on the thing. I lost half my Diet Mountain Dew. Anyway, do better. Okay, got that going. Come back here and start on the tank. Clean out my white walls. I'm just doing a quick job. I'm not going full on. Well, it's working because that's the kind of stuff that's coming out of it, and that's what's been clogging my line. I'm gonna go ahead and start rinsing. I'd like to say this is the most redneck thing I've ever done, but hey, that's better than sitting on the frame. This ain't even half bad, honestly. A little high. Someone was upset with me that they didn't go on a ride, but it would have been kind of hard to spraying this out with her in here. So I'm back. While I was there, I got this out, so I'm happy. This is needing to dry. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little spastic. I'm probably gonna jump to something else. I'll probably go back to the oil filter or one of the other things I gotta do. Let me think on it and I'll let you know. Well, it's not no good filming in the night, but I'll show you guys. I gotta get this done. It's been taking too long. This guy, I kept trying to remember how it works. Right on the side of that, see that hole? That's what I was trying to remember. That's how the oil gets into this tube through the filter. I'm gonna get this back together. As you can see, I've already put the down there. I'll zoom in. I got the T on with the oil pressure gauge, and then the one fitting, and then I've got to take out this fitting right there. And then that will be where the return is. I'm gonna keep working on this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, we're out here. It's a beautiful day. Riding bikes. Here in Kearney, they have a memorial for fallen warriors. It's really kind of cool. They dedicated this just recently. This is at Jesse James Park here in Kearney. Beautiful park. Beautiful day. I'll get back working on stuff, but right now I did this. Spend the day with my granddaughter. I had to drive the Sonoma. The boy drove the Grand Prix. I don't know why we came in 3 different vehicles. It just worked out that way. Completely different again. They, for some reason, want to work on this 460. I don't think this is going to be all in this video, but they're going to drop the tanks. There's an issue with the fuel delivery, so we got to get some stuff out of the way. And I'm sure these batteries are... It's dead. Little backstory on this. This is, well, that's my Monte. I always love that sound. Anyway, this is a 1996 Ford F-350. It literally only had highway miles. It hauled cattle to the slaughterhouse. This door, when we got it, had never been opened, I don't think. Now it doesn't shut very well. But it's a good truck. Looks great. We've replaced headlights on it and whatnot to kind of just nicen it up, because they were all, well, these were worse than that. They're gonna try to get it started with a jump, but probably have to tow it. I guess they started another thing too. I think this is just an oil change, hopefully. This is a 1995 Pontiac Grand Prix. This car's name's Lisa. I used to own a 96 GTP special edition that was white. I loved it. These wheels are actually from that. We put it on here. I don't own that car anymore. It was the car I dated my wife in. It's kind of sad. It went to pick and pull. 3100 instead of the 34 or 3.4 dual overhead cam. This is just the 3100. But it's a pretty clean car. We picked it up for, I don't know, $3,000. Runs, drives great. I've had it for a few years. Got a pretty good stereo in it. Looks stock, but it's not. Got a little...
Today I'm doing an oil change on this.
the car I neglect
Now, why were you having to change the oil?
because it was 2 quarts low.
Oh, it's okay. It burns a little, but it's 2 quarts low. These 3100s, that's pretty common. But if you keep the oil in it, it'll be fine. It might have a tad oil leaks too. Looks kind of like Honda-ish. But I am not going to follow along for this because it's just an oil change.
This is boring.
I don't think they're going to let... I'm tired of them distracting me. I'm going to go back to working on this because that's what I drive every day. I do like that. I can't say anything. I don't like that. And that thing leaks too much oil and I don't like it. At some point I need to work on that because that's my show truck. Okay, I lied. I'm still distracted. What are you doing there?
This battery's good.
That looks kind of janky. We need to actually put ends on it that are crimped on. I hate those kinds of battery cables. This is actually not a bad motor at all. It runs great. The issue is I think that it's not getting fuel, either clogged fuel filter, bad fuel pumps. I'm pretty sure there's at least was one bad pump because I can never remember. One of these two tanks never worked since I've had it. Which tank didn't work, Carson? I think it was the bigger of the two, but I can't remember which one that is. There's a tank that is full of gas. And sometimes it would do a weird thing where the gas would push over into the other one and just start pouring out when the car wasn't even running. I don't know the story on that. If you had it parked a certain way, so maybe there's a valve between the two. I don't know. We were having a discussion what your favorite hammer it is. Mine is whatever's nearest. He decided that his favorite is the back of a drill, like a Milwaukee or a DeWalt.
Milwaukee, that's my favorite hammer.
Yeah. But let's see if it starts. You probably have to cycle the key on to get the pressure up, if the pumps even come on. That's been sitting about 6 months or a year. Cycle the key just a couple times to let pressure get up, and then try. You'll have to feather it once it starts like that. Now let me try.
What'd Brad do? What you think?
I love that truck. Battery?
The battery's new. It's gotta be a fuel problem. Did you? What's the fuel pump or what's taking the front of you right now? I changed it to front.
You changed it to front?
You said the rear was out or the front was out?
I don't know which one's out, but it was always just left in whatever spot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on rear.
Yeah.
this.
That's going to good guy this year. That thing has to go.
Be our tow rig.
Why are you describing it all like?
What is bro doing? Oh, yeah.
You can't get in.
So, not even the metal ones will work for you, because a common issue with these is these plastic handles will break. So people will buy the alternative metal style. Clearly, that does not work for you. It's running. It's sat here for, I think, a year. There's nothing crazy. Something's been tunneling, and I guess the cats have been pooping. The cat poop area. Oh, that's awesome. They're gonna be upset that they're a restroom. Oh, and that's pretty fresh. Somebody, oh, I drove over it. It's poop. It's poop. Is it poop? Is it poop?
Oh, what is this?
Oh no.
What is this? Is this poop? Is it? Is it really poop? Is it poop? I want some dog paper! Someone has to help us.
Daisy's going at her stick, you know. She's got a big old stick. Oh, she got it. I had to make another Ronda Classic, if you're counting, it's the third time. And what I got was this little donut gasket, or it's actually called a spacer. It sits here, cushions the tank, provides the space between the tank and the floor. And then I got the grommet where the fuel line actually comes out through the floor. Those were both needed. I got, this is for my gas gauge, because it's a 6-volt gas gauge, and it was, but I honestly, I don't necessarily know I'm going to be able to use this, because I don't know if my gauge works, because I'm not getting any voltage back to the sender. Speaking of the sender, this is the old one. I think this thing's awesome. It's got like a little gear here. The way that this would work is this arm moves up and down, which moves this gear, and that rotates this gear. This spins, and then up in here is the actual sender, the variable resistor that would change it from, I believe, 0 ohms, so basically straight to ground, to 30. That's kind of nifty. I can show you the new sender here in a moment. The other thing I replaced was this guy. It's the fuel petcock. I will keep this because I had to buy that brass fitting because I lost it. This guy does not turn anymore. I probably could rebuild this, but I didn't want to break into this in case I caused a leak. So I went ahead and just got a new one. This was $30. It's ridiculous. Brass fittings are not made like they used to. Look how nice that one is finished. This one's just a block, and if you ever screw into these, they just don't have that same feel. These ones are always tight. These ones you have to use a whole bunch of pipe dope or Teflon tape. I got this for the battery cover. It sits around, it's a gasket so it won't rattle. And then I got this, huge improvement, I'll show you. So these are my, this one's missing the hook, so I have a bolt holding my tailgate. And this one there's nothing really wrong with it, but they come in a set. So this one, this is, I'm pretty sure, a bicycle inner tube that my grandpa cut. Well, I'm hoping that's easy to get off, but it'll take off that. There's a long shank that goes through there, and then you got that. But these are stainless steel, so these are nice. And then I bought the correct protectors or chain covers, whatever they call it. I need to replace this guy because I don't know how well that trunnion is going to work to actually open and close when half of it's missing, but we'll see. Okay, I want to get this tank back in. These are like protectors where the straps go, probably to get rid of noise and so you don't have metal on metal. You probably should replace these, so I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna glue these back on with some RTV. And you ask why RTV? Well, it's because my shoe glue wasn't working. To be fair, I also tried this, the world's worst packing tape, the original Stick Tech. Just smear some RTV like you're doing a China wall for your intake on a small block Chevy. Get some on your hands because it's always good. That'll stick really well, I'm sure. Leave a comment how stupid I am. Okay, so we're gonna put the tank in. This is the first time we did it, not the second, I promise. I didn't totally forget the grommet in this, what looks like a wax ring from a toilet, but it's actually the spacer. So we're gonna set this back down in there. I've already got the new hoses for the filler and the vent and this guy. So we'll get this all in here real quick because, you know, second time's the charm.
Third, fourth, something like that.
Yeah. So we got that grommet in. This guy here, that's the original color of this truck. It's that green. You can kind of still see some of it there too. But you slide it in from this side from what I can tell. I'm sure there's some experts out here that's critiquing everything I do. Go ahead and put it in the comments because I can learn. So I just wanted to show you guys this is the new sender. This is a 0 to 30 ohm. I got this because that's the stock one, but most gauges are 0 to 90. If I go with the original gauges, I'm going to use 0 to 30. Okay, this is, I already talked about this earlier. I think this whole mechanism is awesome. This is where the resistor is, the variable resistor, as it moves. This one is down in the tank, so it's a little slightly different. It's probably a little cheaper made. It'll work. Still has a brass float at least, as we talked about. I found mine earlier. Let's put this in there. Pretty straightforward install. You just set it in there. The way that it was oriented, hey, if you notice, I wonder if somebody had to cut one out before, because you see, looks like they're cut off, and then maybe they retap. I don't know. Smart people will say, "Hey, what about the gasket?" Let's pull this back out and put the gasket in. Exciting. Screws. What are you doing?
I'm recording you now.
Well, it's getting dark and recording's basically gone to crap, so we're gonna finish this up tomorrow.
18's be better.
That was a test.
Welcome to Randland Park living room.
See, there's US Mag trying to do the same.
Oh.
But it's like, again, it's updated, not the
That's
same.
not the same, but I like those two.
That one-
Today
I like-
we're talking
I like
about
the
Oldsmobile Cutlass wheels.
I like the Hurst center better on the other wheel, the first one.
Just keep stretching and laying yourself out even more on me.
There's the mini. Right, Candace? Hey, it's another beautiful day, and I actually might get to work on my truck today. But I got my supervisor. We'll see what she wants me to do. Ain't that right? I realized I didn't show you guys the completed oil filter. Here's it all in here. The line that comes off the side of the block with the T coming into the actual oil filter housing. The one that comes out the bottom going down to the side of the block to drain. I had to put a new O-ring here. It's a 1/2 diameter nylon. It would be on your oil pan drain. This normally was a paper gasket, but this was easy enough to find, and it stopped the leak. So that's all good down here. It's all tight. Horn's working again. There's amazing wiring. You'll be jealous. It won't be in this video, but I bought some gauges, some standalone. Eventually I'm gonna replace these or get these rebuilt. These are probably all 6 volt, so they'll need to go to 12. And then the speedometer is missing the needle. I will probably replace all of this with factory looking ones, if not just factory ones. I love these ridged things, and these are high dollar when you look them up on eBay or whatnot. These old vintage style. But what I'm going to end up doing is replace this amp meter with a voltmeter. The oil pressure gauge works great. The temperature gauge does not work, so I'm going to replace that one and this bracket. I'm going to replace it with a dual bracket, and I'll put the temperature gauge and the fuel right here. Because what I found was a fuel gauge that will work with this 0 to 30 ohm sender. Problem is, it's coming from India. It's going to take a month. That's my plan for gauges. It'd be nice to have a fuel gauge and way to monitor temperature. Let's get this up in the air, get the petcock on here, get the fuel lines back on it so I can actually start running off of that instead of my awesome auxiliary tank. Does that sound like a plan to you? Well, Daisy has decided to visit the pond. I guess it's that nice of a day. I couldn't leave well enough alone. I just kept looking at this guy and comparing it to that guy, and this is just not made to the level that this is. So I took it apart, I cleaned it up, wire wheel and whatnot, and I took this apart. And what I was worried about is that there was how the seal was, but it was actually a metal washer or whatever you want to call it. And I got this broke free, so it'll spin in. Cleaned it up, and then I had to rehammer to kind of crimp that on. Kind of looks bad, but overall it functions. This is just goes in and out, and then I cleaned it up. Looks way better than it did. Let's open that guy up. I also cleaned up this guy. It's the cinder. I love the way that this thing works with the gear at the bottom. It turns this brass rod that then goes to the variable resistor. I did get it freed up. It moves. Occasionally, I can get it to read out the correct ohms, but I think there's probably either a short in between some of these. I'm sure there's supposed to be a gasket in between these that isolates. That might be out. Occasionally, it jumps around. It looks like in order to separate the hat from the body, you drill out these 3 brass, sort of like rivets. I don't know what their real name is, but I might drill those out at some point and take this apart and see if I can clean it up. Because if I can get the original cinder to work, that'd be great. The float itself got damaged when I was trying to take it out, it looks like. But I also don't know if that was art. Oh, that's just soft right there. This might need to either be replaced or you can solder over that. But yeah, cool little guy. I'd like to use that just like I went away from this to go to the original, just because, hey, the originals just have they're just made well. I don't know. You gotta admit that that's way cooler than Chinese metal and anything new, or the fact that this isn't even machined or polished off. Not that it's not functional, but this will go back to a classic. I'm gonna get my money back, and eventually we'll get to those. Wish me some luck. I'm gonna put the gas in. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I hooked up the line that goes to the pump back up, blew out the filter. This fuel looks a little dark. It's because it's got a little oil in it. That's from when I drained it into an oil, clean enough oil, I filtered it. It just helps me foul the plugs, you know. Nothing underneath, filters more of it. Use this high-tech way of doing it. These shop rags. I just need to get chunks. You guy's an idiot for doing this. Gas back in the 50s and 40s was way worse. And some gas stations you go to today, still probably way worse. I should probably start welding right now. Maybe start a bonfire. You guys can see why I needed to. That was what was in the tank. There's a fly. That's all the stuff that was clogging me. Let's get that guy in. Just a quick sanity check. None of this is leaking. Like I said, I went with the original valve because I don't know. I wanted to try my luck, and it's still working down here. Let's go see if the truck will start. Make sure it's in neutral. Choke. Fuel to me. Yeah, filter got full. Man, I love this truck. Everything is pretty straight, simple. I'm hoping that solves my fuel problems and I'm not on the side of the road every 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, I had to pick up another one. I know that you're not supposed to use this on fuel, but you can yell at me. It's always sills for me. You guys didn't help me not lose the one I had earlier. Let's go for another couple easy wins. This guy. I'm gonna have to do that later because it looks like I'm gonna have to clean that off. But basically it goes here. I will probably glue it just so it doesn't fall off. I'm missing the spring that goes across here. Let's see if I have one. A future video, probably soon, we're gonna be getting this Cadillac running, so you guys should come back for that. Make sure you're subscribed. This thing has sat since 1985. These plates, 1985. This thing's gonna be awesome. I got some parts for it. I'm gonna go through all this owner's manual and everything that was in the trunk, or well, in the trunk, not the trunk, glove box. I got a fuel pump for it. I gotta see if it runs. So this is a parts truck that I got that eventually I'm gonna do a build on this guy too. I got it from Dalton Pole Barn Garage. That thing's awesome. But here is, see, this is missing the other side of it. I'll try to explain. What you do is you turn this and it pushes this guy out, and that retains this on the floor. That makes sense. So it looks like it's missing this side of it. Classic was out of this part. I might try to order it from somewhere else. But this thing bangs around. It's really annoying. Well, I started messing with it, and these actually come off pretty easy. So, take all this off, and then I'll find something I can put this on to this. And then I did take this guy off. You have to pry these four up. This comes off. There might be a way to sneak that up in there, but the way the angle is, I don't think so. But at least I'll have one side latched. Let's see how that works. I'm guessing this was an attempt to replace that seal, or maybe this is how the seal originally was some kind of rubber compound. Do this on my show truck. Well, let's go ahead and, like I said, these, bend them up. These are metal tabs, don't go nuts on them. You don't want to snap them off. Okay, now I can feed this onto here, stick it in there, and put this back on here. Oh, do I have that on here somehow? Oh, it goes that way. Duh. Think, Tilden, you gotta put that in first. Got a little bit of a spring pressure to it. Give me just a second, I'll get it in there. This done escalated to a high-end build, so the painting tree came out. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this dude. So I figure if I'm gonna put that gasket on, it's gonna be glued on. I won't be able to do that again. Longtime subscribers should be well acquainted with the painting tree. You're not a professional body guy and paint guy if you got a painting tree. Putting some self-etch on it. I cleaned it with some brake clean and acetone, and then took a propane torch to it. Make sure I got all the oils and whatnot on. Is it right? No. Will it do? Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I just do what I do. There are professional people out there that you can follow. Kevin Tetz, my buddy Pete at PD Customs. They know how to paint. I know how to get by. I'm gonna let that set up, and then I'll put some black on it. While that's drying, let's see if we can knock out these guys right here. Put some penetrant, PB blaster. Worst case, it looks like you can see you got access to the bolt. The bolt's right there. So if need be, I can cut them, but I think they'll come off. And right off. Awesome. Good deal. These are so fancy. It's like the first thing I'm putting on that's the thing that came off. It looks like these shank, well, the way they're made, this one's got the carriage bolt end on the end, but this one's the whole way. The way that this has been torched out, I just need to wallow that out a little so I can get into that. If you can't tell, that's a square hole for the carriage. I don't want to go too far. There we go. Let's see what it's doing. I think a good gentle tap Look at a rubber mallet. Look, I'm not always hack. I can use some rubber mallet on stuff instead of just hanging on it. Boom. Put the nut on. This whole thing will be replaced eventually. Man, when I got this out, it looked like this was full. I know it wasn't concrete because it would have hardened. It sure looked like it. You ain't got no nuts. It's just in this sheet metal. Oh, that's an upgrade. Now it makes all this look like junk. This is too fancy. I'll knock the other one out. I'm gonna have another conversation with you. Y'all need to help me out. Not a single one of y'all told me I should put this on before doing that, but not a single one said anything. Put the chain protectors on before. These things are kind of a pain. Heat's your friend, so hot water. And then I've done it. So I stuck it in there. You get it bunched up, but if you let go, it's gonna spring back. So take a pair of pliers, hold it, and then you can pull it down. You just keep doing that process. Stick it in a little, get it bunched up. Take your pliers, hold it, unbunch it, and eventually you're gonna get it through. Major fail for y'all again. That says right. I didn't even know that these were left and right. There's a R, and this one has an L. Luckily it's not that hard. I'll take it back off, switch them. Tell me, does it go that way? Or does it go this way? It don't look like it goes that way. Maybe? What's the correct way to do the chain? I don't know. They're on here. I'm thinking it goes through this way. Look at that. Oh no, I'm sitting on here. That's nice. Let's see how long that lasts before it rips out. I'm running out of light. Let's see what else we can get done tonight before I have to drive to Lincoln, Nebraska from Kansas City. I'm looking down in that steak pocket. There's something down there. Let me grab it. Huh, it's an old file. Shoot, how long has that been back there? 40 something years probably. I'm saving on that. Where'd it go in here? My new glove box. That's already coming in handy. I gotta get a coat on my professional paint job here. Trick is light coat with a stick. Of course, I think I ran some of the primer, so I put that on pretty thick. It's a little cool out, but it's not horrible. We're not looking for perfect. We're looking for better than it was. I'll let that set up a little on that side. Let that dry a little. Oh, here's an easy win. I'll take this shifter knob off so I can put the new shifter boot on. I paid the $2 to get the fancy bow tie on it. I don't know why. This is a long-winded dude here. Sometime today. Okay, I'll see you next month. But oh, finally got it off. Look at that.
Oh, would you look at that?
Put that
Just look at that.
Fancy. Put this knob back on. As you can see, I've lost my light, so it's probably going to complete it for today. Man, it's a beautiful sunset, though. Get outside and see those. I'm going to take this for a ride. First time on the gas tank after cleaning it. See how it does. Should be fine. Otherwise, you'll see a video of me broke down on the side of the road here. I'm going to be out of town the next few days, so we'll be back on this weekend. Only going on the, third weekend? Well, I made it to the quick trip with my buddy, Daisy. See how much gas it takes. I'm guessing 12 gallons. Let's check under the hood. Don't look like there's any leak there. Still no leak on that guy. Maybe. I'll have to check on that. That might be from before. My fancies. Got 11. Oh. Yeah. 11.2. I'll see you guys this weekend. And it was so nice in Kansas City, up here in Nebraska, it decided to snow. Well, I'm back. I pulled this off my painting tree, glued the gasket on the back. It's got the perfect amount of crappiness to it. It's not gonna look too out of place. Put it back under here with that really nice battery. Man, that's nice. I think I got that for 30 bucks at Pick and Pull. So on this, you want to put the runs to the back, and then you just turn this handle, maybe runs to the front. There you go. Solid. Next time I'll know you got to runs to the front. I like to do those seat belts. What else do I have? Oh, this guy. Don't forget. I'm going to install this guy, and you guys are going to be amazed at how cool this is. I think this, I'm getting towards the end of what I'm going to be doing with this. Using really precise measurements of laying the buckle back here, I was able to discern that that's going to fit right there. I kind of already did a pilot hole, but I'm going to drill through on that to be able to fit, I think it's a 1/2 inch bolt. I'm going to go right to the middle, which is conveniently marked here. The whole way across is about 51 inches. They recommend 25 inches between the mount point to the mount point. Best I can do is split it right down the middle here, and I'll mount both the buckles here and the straps on the outside. So I had to re-drill. So I got this hole here. I'm gonna plug weld that up, and it'll help me out. I'll keep the washer on it. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for better than was. So right there, I don't have a hole anymore. It actually, the washer for that holds this is on there. I'll show why. The initial hole that I drilled, I re-drilled a little further forward so this washer would fit between it and this mounting bracket of some sort. And it is warm and I can't take it off, but I will get that off and get the seatbelt on. Okay, so I got my little pilot hole on this side drilled. I'm gonna go underneath to fine tune where it should be. Close enough. Yeah, there it goes, once it's flat. Okay, I'm gonna go through and get my 1/2 inch hole. It won't drop through with the nut on it, dummy. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to tack up that little extra hole I got. That looks like it cleaned up. So I got the middle one drilled right in the middle. I'm using 2 different seat belts right now, so I'm waiting on the other color to come in. The wife's going to help me. This is pretty straightforward. You put the big washer, that's to give it more sheet metal to grab, the lock washer, and then the nut. Hey, can you spin it? Just hold the pull the trigger. Pull it. Just keep going. There we go. Seatbelt's installed. Start tossing my stuff out. You know it's a reliable vehicle when you always carry a tow strap in case you need, oh, somebody else needs it. We'll just say it that way. Hey, it's another day. Another day of not working on my stuff. I'm gonna read codes though. It's probably nothing big deal. So again, blue driver. Let me find the OBD2 port. Plug that dude in. Open up blue driver. Read codes. Check engine. Fan speeds sensor circuit. This is a 2005 Chevy Trailblazer. Their wiring harness or the fan clutch. Look like. Let's take a look. Okay, as we saw, that code came back about the fan clutch or the fan speed, and then we're looking at this. There's a lot of play right there. You see that wobble? What first started is like I could hear it rubbing. This is touching the shroud because it's drooping so much. I'm thinking it's a water pump's out. I'll have to look at. I've never done one on one of these 4200s, but hopefully it's pretty straightforward. Here at the O'Reilly's to pick up that water pump and the power steering pump. Okay, we're gonna replace the water pump, and while we're at it, he said the power steering's not been working, so we're gonna a new pump for it. I'm not gonna show everything, but you know, basically disconnect the radiator, get some of that out of the way, the shroud, and then take those guys off to get the fan clutch assembly off. Should be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna give him the pulley design. It's way better than small block Chevy. You don't have to pull the thing in order to put the pump on or off. You do have to do it when you're switching it out though. What's up with this? No matter how many times I use this thing, I can never remember what it goes, and then I have to sit there like a idiot trying to figure out how those work. I got this pump out. It's pretty straightforward. You gotta take the fan assembly and the shroud out of the way. I caught like 70% of it. There's a lot of play in that shaft.
That's what she said.
Now, y'all done missed out. We already did another oil change. You know, the 15th one in the last 2 weeks. I don't know what are we at? I think 4, 5 oil changes on this video. Let's get back to this. Don't tell me. I swear this has way more in play than I'm used to. What do you guys think? I checked another one, did the exact same thing. Let's get that in there. I'm gonna give it that this is one of the easiest power steering pumps to do, because you don't even have to take this thing off. You can thread that in through it. As long as you got this windshield washer fluid, the air box out of the way, it's pretty straightforward. 13, I think. You can get them lines on with this on, right? Yeah. Freezing. That should be it. We get the lines back on, hook up the radiator, put that back in. We should be done. Get started. You got power steering? Just getting the air out. Well, I think that's all done. And so is my day. I'm not gonna start anything right now. It's like 5:30, that's gonna be down and short. So next day, we'll get the rest of my 49 stuff done, and hopefully. Okay, it's another day. Let's see if I can get something done before anybody else bothers me. It should work out. These are different colors, but I got the one coming. Nice and installed. Interior's back in, and it's starting to shape up. Okay, so it's time to install this. Have you guys figured out what it is? One last chance to put it in the comments before I tell you. Kit comes with a couple of different things. I'm assuming that I'm going to use this one because I'm going to take this screw out, and this will go right there. And then that'll mount, and then this will mount to that. There we go. Never to be found again. Might need an adjustment or two, but that's basically where it goes. You guys know what it is yet? Don't think I forgot about the keychain. Oh yeah, and check out my awesome pudding one. Puddin's Fab Shop. Check them out on YouTube. Anyway, let's go for a ride. And you guys can see what this is for. It's cold. has to do with that visor and the stoplights. So, you're in my perspective. I can't see that light, but if you look down here, I can see the light. It's a traffic light viewer. It just turned green on me. I can see to go. So when you have this visor on, it's hard to see the traffic light, and then when it turns green, you know to go without having to duck under and try to see it. Let's fill up some gas and get a Diet Mountain Dew. Trailer wheels so small. Wheels look like it came off like an MG midget. As always, it ain't full until you spill some on the ground. 5.5 gallon basically. I have no clue how much gas I go through in this truck, but it seems to get horrible gas mileage. Checking out the interior, this guy, I need to dust it out again, but that's sitting in there. It's not bouncing around as I'm driving. A lot less, I mean, there's still some in noise, I mean, let's be honest, but it's a lot less with all the other holes that I filled in. I haven't done the parking brake boot yet because you got to take all that apart. I'll probably do that when I replace all the parking brake components. This little boot's nice, and I love this color. It'll look really nice when they get the seat covers in. Give you a view from the outside. See, when the visor's there, you can't see, but this guy here, because it's like convex, concave, whatever, it directs the light at you. Let's go in and get a Diet Mountain Dew. We got this squatted Ranger here. Another stop at the O'Reilly's. Let's see if we can do the brake switch real quick. I think it's those two screws right there. Hold this guy. They hold this guy in. Let's see if I can break those loose and do this real quick. I'm still in the O'Reilly's parking lot. I'm gonna do it. Now what I don't quite understand is how you're gonna hold it on the back side. It's right in a new one. I don't know. Come on. Take this out. Wiring's greatest, you know, it's not crusty at all. Come on. There we go. I don't even know how that was working at all. Where did the arm go? So I wedged that in there. I think I'm gonna be able to start this first screw, and then I can somewhat take it over. Get the second one. So that's probably gonna be it for this episode of Raymond Park Garage. We got a lot accomplished, even though it might not seem like it. We did a lot of general maintenance, oil changes and whatnot, things that you got to do to get by as a car guy. On the truck itself, I got a fuel tank that's not going to clog on me anymore. I've got a lot less holes on the floor, a lot less rattles. I've got a way to see traffic lights. That's always nice. I got some oil filtration going on. I fixed my horn wiring. It's all kinds of little stuff. Musical chairs.
I ended up selling those wheels, you know, basically doubling my money.
Oh, there you go. We fixed some imports. We did a Honda. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And that's what it is. It's always a little eclectic here. Main themes are going to be working on old vehicles. Need to come back. I got to be working on my 85 C10. That's what kind of my show truck. We've got a lot going on with that green truck over there, the 87. There's the 460 Gold Caddy revival. Everyone who has been a subscriber for a while, I appreciate you guys, your constant engagement. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I can always learn, and keep coming back and see what's going to happen with this guy, all the other vehicles. As always, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the people who have been loyal subscribers. If you want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my merch. God bless and have a good day. Get outside and fix something.